Hey, what's up, Zach? Butler? Knuckle? How you doing, boys? Ziggy, how you doing? Sorry I'm a little bit late today there, guys. I was feeling a little under the weather this morning. Yeah, went out into the ice yesterday. Probably didn't drink enough water and woke up with a pounding headache. Lone Wolf Al, how you doing, boys? Hoggy, the pigeons are always loose for you, bro. Oh, gonna be pounding down the water today. A little bit of minerals in there. Try to get the old I don't know what you call them. Anyway, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. get the hydration going. Yeah, we did a little bit of ice fishing yesterday, and I guess we walked pretty close to about a kilometer in about 8 inches of snow, pulling 70 pounds of gear. Spent the day out on the ice in the sun, and then walked back. And on my way back, I could really feel my heart pounding, not having enough juice in me, not enough water. And when I got home, I was really hungry, so I ate something real quick. But then I was still feeling a little shook up. So anyway, we've got woke up with a bit of a headache, but I had a couple of coffees this morning and then pounded back a whole bunch of water. The coffee was probably not the best thing, but it is what it is. Next time, usually when I go out, I load on the water before I go, so I'll guzzle down like a full liter of water before I hit the ice, and that way I'm pretty good. And then I have another liter of water with me to keep me going while I'm out there. But yeah, I kind of shit the bed on it this time, and I was just having fun chatting with a buddy, just me and my buddy Jesse that were out yesterday. And anyway, we had no luck, so I got no pictures to show you or anything, but here we are. Hey, Papi Chulo, ça va, mon ami? How you doing, Rick? Leon, what's going on, bro? Kyle, how you doing, bro? This time for much better for me. You should change your time to now. Yeah, maybe I'll work on that, Paul. We'll see. So I was figuring there's a few slingshots I haven't shot in a while that I should probably have a little bit of fun with. We're gonna do a little bit of these are looking kind of a little worse for wear. Get a couple of wrap and tuck frames set up today, and this is another one I haven't shot in a while. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. This is a little natty that I made a while back, but I know I've showed this guys to you before, and I'm not sure how I'm going to keep it looking nice, but you know what, I think this one's got to go. I don't know if you could pick that up or not, but there's a good crack in there. It seems to be it seems like I got a run going on, and it's also got a crack in here. This one, it wouldn't be so bad. I could probably drive a pin through there and just glue it in and make a big difference. But this crack, this one's kind of making me nervous. I don't want to eat one of these in the face, but this thing holds so nice. Anyway, maybe it's just time to retire this guy and call it done. But what a beautiful piece of wood. Hey, look at that. Epoxy. Yeah, I might try that. I'll be here till the phone dies. Cool. That's always cool. So I'm going to be banding up this guy today. It's been a while since we shot this guy. It's a little natty. Kind kind of weird shape, but it shoots really nice and it feels like sex in my hand. We're gonna get this guy done up. This is our this is the Vinix from Harley Davidson. I haven't shot this guy in a minute, and this will be a good winter frame considering it's all made out of wood. Absolute beautiful work. Actually, the fit and finish on this is so damn good, it makes me want to quit making slingshots, honestly. Yeah. We're going to put a new set onto this guy. This is the 701 from Omega Slings. I freaking love this guy. It's another great freaking slingshot. I know a lot of people ask me about what would be a good slingshot to start off with, and I often recommend this one. And then I've got this guy. This guy's a little natty that was made by a guy that I know on Instagram. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but this is called the First Ridge. I did a video on this guy. Holds really nice. Great design. Shoots well. The guy's a bow maker. And, yep. I did a quick video on this one. Very, very nice. Great work. It's a little bit thick at the fork tip for me, but I think we're going to band this guy up too. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, yeah. I'm going to band this guy up too. Hoggy, you're in the chat somewhere. You know what this guy's called. I keep on forgetting what this one's called. But we're going to put some bands on this guy too and get some shots through it. I've got the other one in my bedroom, but we're going to leave that one there for now. And you know what? I've never taken any shots with this guy. And I think we should. Where did that other... I had one more slingshot I wanted to get out and do some shooting with. I don't know where it's gone. Little spoon that I carved a bunch of years back. I was in the bush. I was in the bush and I forgot my spoon, so I carved one out instead with my muckatoggin I made. Nothing wrong with a little crack. That's what they say. Framed by John Jeffries and lost motivation. Oh no. Dave Chappelle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'll probably drill a hole and put a pin through it, I think. How much for a nip slip? Those white pencil erasers. Oh, man. I think I might disappoint you, buddy. What's my name? My name is Mark Victoria. Can't wait till the package gets there. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping to get some of those things sent out pretty soon there, Leon. I'm pretty excited. Ah, man, I don't know if I wanna band this one up yet. I think I'm gonna wait till summertime and put some 4.4 on there. I should do a live showing of them. Man, first thing I gotta do before I do a live showing of my slingshots is clean this fucking mess up. Once I got the mess cleaned up, then I'll lay them all out. We can go through them all and see what's going on. I'm actually looking for one of them, which I thought was somewhere around here, but I can't seem to find it now. Would have been cool to put some bands on that one. Maybe it's in here somewhere. You could hear them clinking around down there. Clinkety clink. Yep. I've got a... Oh, here it is. There's this other one. It's a PPMG Plus. I want to take some shots with this guy. See if we can get her working with some... yeah, this is the one with the holes in the band. So we got to cut this one off too. Yeah, we're going to band up this guy today too. Let's see what we can get done with her. Oh, and we got this one. That'll be it. This is the Spitfire from Hillbilly Slings and Wares. Yep, we got to get some bands on that one too. Look at that. Rick's a legend. Fucking really is. All right, let's start with the Vinix. I guess we'll get this guy done. What's up, Track? I have an ATO natty piece of history. Yeah, you got a nice one too, Al. Did you hear what Gabe Owners was saying? I don't even know who that is, Landon. My cylinder package. Man, I've got a package actually in the mail from Paul at the post office right now, and I haven't had time to go get it yet. Can I join the live? Nope. Sorry, bud. Not possible. Not possible. It's too late. It's too late. Party's already started. Oh. What knot I use? For what? For tying up my bands? I use a constrictor knot. I could probably show that to you in a second. I'm going to get a few of these tied up and I'll show you after. There we go. So I actually really quite like this Vinix. It's a sweet little shooter. I don't so fucking wrap and tuck shit. This is one of the things I like. Am I still using butcher string? Yes, sir, I am. I'll not be changing unless some like super voodoo superhero method comes up for fork attachment or for band attachment or whatever pouch attachment. I will not be changing from butcher's twine. I've never had anything work so good for me before. So in that case, I'm done. I'm done searching for the right setup for me when it comes to bands. That'll be it for me. The Omega Slings bands are really fantastic. As long as they keep with the same recipe, I will keep on using them for the rest of my days, really. And for pouch attachment, it will always be the constrictor knot. Nothing works better, in my opinion. And yes, I do prefer clips. Yes, I do prefer clips, but I have been kind of enjoying wrap and tuck since I've got a couple of these wrap and tuck tools from Leon, and my goodness, I'm hating them much less now. I know in the beginning I was following like Wayne Martin's way, where he would just wrap it over his thumb, but every time I do that, it would separate the skin from my thumbnail, so I don't do it anymore. And I started using a piece of paracord, but I found that with my working man hands, it's kind of hard for me to feel paracord in my fingers, which is also the same reason why I didn't like using amber belt. When I used amber belt, a lot of times I'd think I've got it in my fingers, and I'm not even holding it. I have heavily calloused hands after years of working as a machine operator in the steel industry. They're starting to soften up now after about 4 years of working in the office. I still get dirty from time to time, which is kind of nice because I don't mind a little bit of manual labor. But shit. Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of manual labor, but or even a lot of manual labor. I kind of like getting dirty and working. But I had a hard time working at this place since we moved to this location. I don't like wearing gloves. I know I'm like a nightmare when it comes to what some of you would call OSHA. We have the CSST up here, or CNESST. They got to make everything super long and stupid here in Quebec. But yeah, I never wore gloves, and everyone asked me why are you wearing gloves? Because the one time they forced me to wear gloves, I was loading a truck with a crane, and I went to pull the strap through, and I hit the bundles behind me with my hand, cut right through my glove, and cut right through my hand, right through my knuckles, through my tendon, and I had to go to hospital for a bunch of stitches in and out, and yeah, I was kind of pissed. kind of pissed because that shit never happened to me when I didn't wear gloves. Not used to wearing gloves. I don't like wearing gloves. You don't really feel what you're doing properly. And in that case, I was pulling on the strap between the bundles, and it slipped out of my hand. My hand slipped off the strap and banged my hand in the back of the bundles behind me and sliced myself up pretty damn good. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. They used to come by all the time. Hey, you have to wear your gloves. I'm like, yeah, well, I ain't doing it. Even now, still, now that I'm in the office, and sometimes I've got machine parts that I got to send for repair, and I'm taking things apart and doing my thing, and I'm still not wearing gloves. Some things you're just not going to breed out of people. I mean, if I'm picking up a bunch of glass or something broken, something dangerous like that, chemicals, yeah, I'll wear gloves. But just for working with regular machine stuff, if you take your time and you know what you're doing, you're not going to get hurt. It's all about focus. Constrictor knot and doesn't look back. That's right. Nature Man, what's the bad news, buddy? Yep, I use butcher's twine. I'll show it to you in a second here. I got a pretty good idea from my buddy Leon. Oh man, that's got to be 0.45 on there. Yeah. Anyway, Vinix, check. Are these tools easily accessible? The hell did I do with it? Oh, I got another one here. Yeah, they're well here. Yeah, these guys here, they're very accessible. All you have to do is hit up Squat Shot, and he'll set you up. He makes these; they're fantastic. Yeah, so when I'm tying my bands, I have a roll of 1mm butcher's twine. I tie a constrictor knot with it. Works out great, and I'll show you the finished product. They just tie up really, really nice right on there. I've never had any slip, never had any come undone. They lock into place and they stay in place like they should. Absolute no worries all the way around. So that's how I like to do it. Let's see if we can get this fella all tied up here. Hey, what's up, Chuck and Steel? Rapid tuck's the way to go for me, Leon. Makes the best tie on tools I've ever had. Never could tuck with my fingers. Yeah, me either, man. I hate tucking with my fingers. Pre-cut sniper sling bands are incredible. I've never really been a big fan of pre-cut bands. I know I've had a couple of them that I've tried out, and you know, they've held together. They didn't slip. They didn't pop or nothing, and all was good. The only thing is, sometimes people will try to make bands for you, and if you don't, I know a lot of people do make bands, and they make them the way they like them, which is okay, I guess, if they fit you. But my only issue is that everyone's got a different draw length, a different style, a different feel that they're looking for, and well, when you're trying to get your bands all set up and you know, feeling the way you like them, you can't really modify a pre-cut band. So as you start cutting them shorter, your taper changes. So if you're trying to figure out exactly what you like if you wanted a something, let's say for example, an active band length of 130 is what you were looking for. Well, the 130 is good. I mean, it's good. It's fine for an active band length. But if the taper you're using is a 22 to 12, and the active band length that you've bought of the pre-made is like 150, and you wanna cut it back by 2 centimeters. By the time you're doing your 2 centimeters, your taper is no longer the same as 2212. It's going to be smaller, and it may give you a different result in how you're shooting. So this is what I don't like about them. Yeah. Yeah, not too long ago, I had a guy who was buying pre-made bands, and he was having problems with the bands. I'll see if I can show it to you in a second. There, he was having a problem with the bands wearing out in between, like inside the loop of the pouch. So where you're taking the bands and you wrap them around, then tie them on the other side, they were cutting on the back side. And anyway, they contacted me and asked me what was going on. And I'm like, to me, if they're cutting inside that loop, like I've never had a band set fail there ever in my life. So if they're snapping at that point, I'll show you at the end of a second. So let me finish off this side here. If you've got bands snapping on the inside like that, that's because the knot's slipping and they're not tight enough, and they're wearing out, getting a friction point. But when they were dealing with the manufacturer, I'm not going to name any names because he is a solid dude. There was just an error in the bands, or whoever was making the bands. I don't even know if it was him or not, but they went and told them that, oh, ATO says it's this, and the guy got upset with me, and I was like, well, look, dude, I'm not trying to ruin your business at all, but if you've got bands that are snapping inside here, it's because you've got too much friction going on in there and they're slipping around everywhere. That's the reason for it. Omega Electric White, still number one. Agreed. And anyway, there was a little back and forth, and I tried to make sure that they understood that I'm not trying to shit on their business or whatever. But if somebody asks me a question of why something's happening, I'm going to give them my professional opinion, and I think my opinion's worth something by now. It is what it is. But anyway, in the long run, they just made it right, because I mean, everyone can honestly say that a band should not be breaking at the pouch attachment. It should be breaking after the pouch attachment, where it's the thinnest point of the taper, where it starts to wear out. That makes sense. Having it break at the behind the attachment doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Anybody in the chat ever have a band break there on their own from a band set? And what do you think causes that kind of thing? Curious. Once I get this done, we'll get back to the chat for a little bit. So I'm not ignoring you guys too much, and you're hating me because I'm late. Yeah. There we go. Ooh, that one turned out ugly. Doesn't really matter. It'll work. Pulled that one through kind of weird. Tell you what, man, I got a lot of stretch on these. Gamekeeper John makes a pretty sweet frame. These PPMGs, although it's quite wide for me, I don't know if it's going to be good enough. Even with this thing, I'll probably just shoot clays with it. It'll probably aim a little higher for me with the speed I've got on those things, but we'll see. What's up, Mike? Better go to Omega and get it taking shots. Slime Green Aries. How much for what, Isandro? I think I'm way far behind here. Never failed on the pouch side, pre-made or homemade. Yeah, you see, so there's got to be something wrong there, right? And I'm pretty sure you can imagine. Oh shit, Nature Man, I hope you're okay, bro. I think people don't tie close to the pouch. You have that extra stretch. Yep. I always tie mine. I always tie mine right up against the pouch, so there's no looseness or any kind of movement or anything there. That's why I do it. You see, Benji has bands coming out. You know what? There's something fishy going on with Benji. Not with Benji himself, but for some reason, I don't know what the deal is. Like, whenever I see things pop up about Benji or his YouTube channel or anything, I have to go searching for his information. Otherwise, I don't get notifications at all for Benji. He's another one that's really kind of it's really kind of annoying what YouTube's doing, playing these freaking games, because I don't get notifications when he goes live. Very rare. Even on Facebook sometimes, like I gotta go searching for his stuff, even though I'm a buddy of his. I follow his stuff. Benji's an awesome dude. I don't know why he does that, but it's kind of annoying. Back in the day, the mainly just down the band was crap. Yeah. I'm not happy they canceled TikTok working app. Oh, that sucks. Yep, pulling them too tight or leaving them too loose can cause that. What I do is when I stretch out my bands, I put them in my handy little thing here. I put my bands on, I stretch them out, I stick it through, I tie the knot just up against it, not super tight or pushed down. I just tie the knot up against the pouch, get it snug, and I leave it be. And I never have an issue, ever. Let's get this guy all done up. Alright, what are we going to put on this one? Let's get a white set on here. See if it makes a difference or not on the old Hillbilly Spitfire. I ordered 2 clay bands, 2 general purpose bands that failed at the pouch and developed pinholes. Yeah, that sucks. Are there slings you use to tie bands? I make my own bands, man. I tied them all up beforehand. I got a big bag full of them ready to go. See? I pre-tie all my bands. I've got... You see here, I've got a bunch of rolls going, and I just tie them up, get them all set up and ready to go, and whenever I need them, I pull them out. So one day, whenever I'm needing bands, I come live, I chat with a bunch of people, I make a whole bunch of bands, I cut them all out with my templates like this, and I set them up, and I'm ready to go. And then it's just whenever I need a new band set, I pull them out, start shooting, and that's that. Yeah, it is easier, and it kind of sucks. I feel bad when my buddies are going live, and sometimes I miss them. You know, like my time is limited as it is, so there's like a lot of people I would love to catch their lives and chat with them and do all that. It's a lot of fun getting in on those lives. But at the same time, you know, with my time being limited, and I would love to get the notification. So if they do go live and I'm, you know, if I'm cooking dinner or something like that, I can always just listen in and see what's going on, you know. But I don't always get the notification, so it's kind of like kind of screwy. And for a while, I was having a hard time commenting on everyone's stuff. Like Rex's Rex went live a while back, and I'm like, dude, I swear to God, I'm watching. I sent them a message, so I'm watching your live, but I can't comment for some reason, and won't let me comment. It was kind of annoying. It's the beauty of a day. Today, cold, but nice. We're supposed to get some nasty polar vortex crap this week. So it's going to be dropping down like -20, -30 for the next week or two. But next Saturday, it's my buddy Jesse's birthday. So every year on his birthday, we do an ice fishing trip. So I'll be heading up to the country on Saturday, doing a little bit of fishing. See if we can get on some big old pike. It should be fun. We'll see how that goes. And then it'll be a long drive home. So but it's about an hour and a half there, hour and a half back. And I pulled it all the way through. No big deal. And then Sunday we'll be doing the live as usual. It may be a little bit later because I'll be tired as hell, but we'll see how it goes. I've never had a constrictor fail if tied properly. Nope, no, me either. And I think a lot of people that are having trouble with that, Hawk, is some people think they're tying a constrictor knot, but they're actually tying a clove hitch. I think that's the problem. And they're saying that it's slipping or whatever it is. I mean, you would really have to tie a constrictor knot really loose for it to come undone. And I think most people that are making that error or making that mistake or having trouble with a constrictor knot are people who are tying clove hitches instead. I would put my money on it for sure. The when you tie a proper constrictor knot, that thing will get tight and stay tight forever. Like, don't ever tie one of those things around your finger or knot. If it gets too low, it's going to be very difficult to take it off. And there's a good chance you'll cut the blood circulation off and probably lose a finger. Have I tried AK Velocity from Wasp? No, I haven't. Is it a Wasp brand? Is it their brand, or are they selling it for somebody? I've heard good things about it, though. I know a lot of people were talking about it. They've been asked about that quite a few times, if I've tried it or not. But I'm kind of burnt out doing band testing, and it always causes... it's like a magnet for stupid comments, to be honest. So I've pretty much stopped it. If the Omega Slings guys ever want me to do a band review, I'll do it for them. But for the most part, for the most part, for me going out and yeah, you see this here? That's what I like about these band tying ropes. If I ever want to take that out, I take this little tab here, pull it out, everything comes undone. Yeah. So if anybody ever wants, if the Omega Slings guys ever want me to do another band review, I will do it for them. But I'm pretty much done going around buying all these elastics, testing them out, seeing how they shoot, doing my review. Every time I do, I get the this guy says this, that guy says that bullshit. I'm just fed up of it. Well, how come I've been accused of lying about my speeds and all kinds of stupid shit? So I'm done with the reviews on bands. Really, like a lot of people who don't understand how elastic works are the same ones that are critiquing me on how come I got 300 feet per second out of the bands and they're not getting 300 feet per second out of their bands. They claim that they're maxing out their bands. But really, when you get to the bottom of it, they think just pulling it to their anchor means they're maxing it out, but it's not. They have to hit a wall with it, and they don't get it. So I'm not going to continue arguing and fucking all that shit. I'm just tired of that. I was doing the whole baseline thing of testing the bands for people with the same taper every single time so they can get an idea of what kind of speeds they could possibly get with the elastics. Now, if for example you're shooting let's say for example you're shooting some Omega Slings electric white, and your draw is 27 inches and mine is 30 inches, no matter what you do, your speed will never be as fast as mine because it has less time to pick up speed. So even if you're testing those bands and where you're testing them that day, it happens to be 26 degrees outside, and where I'm testing them that day, it winds up being 30 degrees. Or sorry, it's like 15 degrees outside. The 26 degrees band set is going to be faster than the 15 degrees band set because it's cold. It's warmer or colder outside. And there's so many variables to it. What size ammo you're using, all that stuff. And I just got fed up with trying to explain it to people. How much is the knot thing you use to tie your bands? I really don't know. I can't remember offhand. But you could check out over at omegaslings.com, omegaslingsusa.com. They have these guys for sale. And just to give you an idea, usually I'll put this in the clamp so it'll sit like this inside the clamp. And then I'll take my, I'll see if I turn this down a little bit. Yep. There we go. So I clamp it in. Where do I clamp it in? I clamp it in over here. And then I'll stretch it out and put it onto the peg. Now, depending on where you want to set this guy up, if you want it to stretch it longer, you give it a little turn, you can pull it out, put it back in. See that? You could adjust everything exactly to where you like it. It's got the centimeters all marked out at the bottom here. You can set that up, put your edge of this little circle right on the stretch point where you want it. If you prefer to lock it up with the hole with the other bands on it, you can bring it out a little bit farther. So when you stretch it out, it'll lock in over here. Or you can do it like I do it. I don't like to put any pressure on the backside of the bands in case there's any damage. So what I do is I lock it in here. I stretch it up and I hook it up in the middle. And I tie all my stuff through here. And I've got plenty of room in there to do it. So it's pretty nice. But they're definitely worth every penny. They're very, very good. Very, very good band tying jigs. By far the best, actually, in my opinion. Just by Omega Slings bands, they are fast and have nice longevity. Yep. I think if I have to say, like, to be fair, Omega Slings bands are not the fastest ones out there. But they are fast. You're like I've done the test on them. I've got a short draw. My draw length is 29.5 inches if I'm really being picky about it. I was reaching 307 or 306 feet per second, which is very nice. But the sweet thing about the Omega Slings bands is I was getting 300 feet per second and still reaching about 500-600 shots out of them with a band set that's almost maxed out. When I have a lot of extra slop in the elastic, they just seem to go and go and go and go. And I've had a couple of band sets that I had to cut just slightly a little bit longer, reach over 1,000 shots. So for me, it is Omega Slings, Electric White, and the Green are probably the best all-round bands that you can get. That's my opinion, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in this chat that will agree with me on that. Probably the best all-round bands you can get your hands on. Great stuff. And let me tell you, I've tested a lot of bands. Going live around 6 or 7 with a special collab guest. Oh, very cool. Mike Electric, white or Olympus green, the best from mixed links. Yeah, I know. Hillbilly, I can feel your pain. There's so many guys that go live during the week. Like Knuckle Busted Numbskull is always going live when I'm at work, and I see the notification come up, and I'm like, shit, I would love to get on there. I just wish that I just wish that some guys would go live when I was on my lunch hour, so I could just try to watch it at lunch. But the unfortunately the reception at my work is so bad that because we're in a big building surrounded by steel with electric motors running all the time, there's a lot of interference and all that stuff that a lot of times I can't get any reception anyway. So usually what I do is I sit beside a garage door and I try to watch try to watch some people's lives if they go live in my lunch hour. If not, I'm usually just trying to catch up on my videos for a half hour if the vids are not too long. But it's definitely the way to go. I'm in the UK, so easy to get from the UK seller. Oh, yeah. Go. Get that a little snip. There we go. And we're good to go with the 701. Now, for those of you guys that are out there, maybe popping into the channel for the first time, if there's any of you out there, if you're looking for a starter slingshot, something to get your hands on first time, head on over to omegaslingsusa.com and pick yourself up one of these guys. They got a starter kit with these things. It's called the 701. It is a badass slingshot. Holds really well. You got slanted tips on there. All kinds of stuff you could do with this. Easy to wrap and tuck. Get a little point going forward, and you're going to be ripping ammo with these things. Fantastic. Good stuff. Mrs. Hicks, and okay. How you doing, Mrs. Hicks? Yeah, I've got these mineral drops, they call them. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of them in here. I'm already on my second bottle now. we're loading up the vitamins and minerals to try to get the head back in action. I'm feeling pretty good now. The headache's gone. I popped a couple of Advil this morning, drank a bottle of water, and then went out with Benny for a little run in the yard with Benny and Logan, and had a little bit of fun. And now I'm back in action. I figured I'll go live a little bit later. What material do you use to tie constrictor knot? Here's my material that I use. This is 1 millimeter butcher's twine made out of cotton. Works great. Has a good hold on it. Never slips. The new Snuggle Sling Black is pretty sweet. I haven't tried it yet. Can't wait for my Hillbillies to arrive. Hillbilly Slings and Wares. His stuff will change your life. It is freaking fantastic. I just banded one up right now. This is the Spitfire. but I also have the Boot Hill right here, Boot Hill X. Boom. Another absolute sweet frame. There's something special about this one. That I really freaking like this frame. It holds so well and it shoots great. And another thing I like about Hillbilly's frames, see that corner? I know it's kind of got a bunch of rubber all wrapped up on there, but see that corner? I got a nice sharp corner to shoot off of. It's really, really nice. Red shot from Caddyshack. Yeah, I've heard good things about that stuff too. I've heard good things. The only trouble is that let me say this. Wayne is an absolute legend, and I've got a shit ton of respect for him. But we have two very different shooting styles. that's part of the only issue. So I know a lot of the things that Wayne does, I do differently. But in the end, it's about the shooter. So I've got tons of respect for Wayne. That guy is a legend in his own right, a legendary hunter, legendary shooter, sportsman, and my goodness, does that guy have good quality stuff on his site? He's another one that I tend to forget about. But for the longest time, I was buying my Gongchi White from him, and it was really, really good. The only thing that was the killer for me was the shipping. The shipping from the UK to Canada is pretty expensive. So when Omega Slings started up their gig, I was pretty much done ordering from anywhere else. $330 feet per second. Are you a long draw shooter, Al? New Sniper Sling Black is good, but you can't max it out. Broke after 22 shots, maxed out. That's the same problem with the old Sniper Sling Black. The only thing is with the old Sniper Sling Black, sometimes that would happen with a band set that wasn't maxed out either. You get good speeds with it, but that was part of the issue with them. When it comes to Sniper Sling bands, though, my favorite Sniper Sling bands are still the yellow. I love the yellow. Yellow Sniper Sling 0.5 is probably, if I'm not shooting Omega Slings, I'm gonna be shooting Sniper Sling or Gongchi. Those are my go-tos. I think this pen is just shit the bed on me here. Let's find a piece of paper. Oh, there we go. We got a little bit going. Sometimes you start marking on the bands, and it picks up some of the dusts on them and clogs up the pen. Hey, Daryl, how's it going, buddy? Samuel J, what's going on? We're just shooting the shit a little bit, bud. Shooting the shit a little. Nothing crazy's going on. We're just doing a little bit of chatting, and I'm doing some wrap and tuck bands on some wrap and tuck frames that I haven't shot in a minute. I had a bunch of old sets of bands on there, and I was thinking, do I want to get out and shoot these bands and possibly have one pop and snap me in the face, or should I just put a new set on there and call it good? And I think that's what we're doing. We're putting on some new sets. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, and on this frame here, this one of my natties that I made, I think what I'm gonna do is I might just end up cutting some band grooves into it. I know it doesn't have it or need it really, but it'll it'll make it just a little bit more secure. I've had natties where I didn't even bother cutting band grooves in them, and I never had a band slip. When you do a good wrap and tuck, they it's kind of hard to beat that secure hold. I mean, you'd have to do something really weird to have a wrap and tuck band set slip off at the fork. I've had it only one time happen like that, and that's only because I cut the little tag end too short. So when I passed the bands through, I didn't put it tight enough also, which it was a rookie mistake. I know some of the more popular YouTubers back in the day was like, oh, I can get away with 3 wraps. And I'm like, yeah, okay, if you can do 3 wraps, I can do 3 wraps. But I didn't do my 3 wraps tight enough. And I had one start to slip. And when I had it start to slip, I could actually feel it starting to undo. And I knew, I was like, oh, something's wrong. But it didn't come back and hit me in the face or anything. Hello, mate. What's your thoughts on the green sniper sling? I've tried the green sniper sling. I couldn't get any band life out of it. Some people swear by it. I don't know what they were doing any different. I've done tests with trying to figure it out with crystal string. I tried amber belt, and I tried what was the other one I tried? Amber belt, crystal string, and I did a constrictor knot on it. I also tried tying them TTF, OTT. Couldn't get any luck with them, so I ended up sending that roll off to somebody because I couldn't get any life out of them. So it's totally up to the shooter, like I said before, but it could have been I just got a bad roll. I really don't know. But for me, when I'm testing something or trying something out, it's the first impression that counts. So if something doesn't work or comes out bad, I don't know. I gotta say I won't be going back and spending money on another roll if I'm having one that's failing and I can't seem to get it to work. It seems kind of weird. Come on. Performance-wise, I will say this. Performance-wise, Omega slings. Sorry, not fuck. Oh. Well, thank you, fine sir. You are the man, Mr. Rick. File fun for wrap and tuck files. Yeah. When it comes to the green sniper sling. The green sniper sling performs fantastic. I love the draw. I love the way the draw feels. I love the way it shoots. All of it was great, but not being able to get more than 200 shots. And guys, when I'm testing those bands out, I tested it first with I first tested it with a pretty short band set. So it wasn't quite maxed out, but it was close. So I thought, okay, maybe that's the problem. Then I went back and I tried it again with just a band set that was cut. It was cut long. So I basically cut her across the whole 150 and then brought her back down. And when I was giving it a draw, I had a draw coming back like all the way back here. So there was plenty of stretch to them. And I still had them dying quick. And another band too that I tried that I absolutely loved, the feeling and everything of them, was the one from GZK. What was it called? It was red bands. Chuante or something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it was Chuante. They were beautiful looking bands. The draw was super light. I went outside in the woods, tested them for the first time, and I was having one of my best days of shooting. And but I couldn't get them to last. And then I was going to throw them away, and then I decided to keep one roll. I bought 2 rolls because I liked it so much. And when I got to testing it, like really testing it, I started finding that I was having problems with them lasting. And anyway, I ended up throwing those in the garbage because they were absolute trash. I've heard many different opinions about different latexes, but everyone has given me the same opinion about electric white, and it's been nothing but great things, and that's awesome. Yep. I know I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm Omega for life now at this point. As long as they don't go and change the recipe or anything like that, then I'm in forever. Has anyone done any speed tests on the green sniper sling yet? I haven't shot in about 2 years. What's the go-to elastic for speeds for 8mm steel? I found the green 0.5 for me when I was testing it out was somewhere very, very similar to the yellow, almost matching it pretty much. I had a couple of speeds that were slightly higher and a couple that were slightly lower. So I would say they're pretty much on par with the yellow. What's up, Turtle? I'm way far back. Man, you guys are chatting your heads off down here. Hey, Rex, what's going on, buddy? Andy Rowe, what's happening, bro? Yeah, I'm way far back. Okay, let's catch up. Whoop. Hey, Ethan, what's happening? I'm way far behind here. When I catch up, get right back to the beginning. They had shit life. Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm telling you. They felt fantastic. I love green sniper sling. Drawbacks are worth the performance. Yep. What's Omega white draw like and speeds compared to the green? That's a good question. I don't remember if I ever weighed the green. The green felt really, really good though. I'll tell you that. They felt really good. The electric white though are, man, they're great. Did I watch UFC 311? No, I didn't. I will be watching it later today though. From what I'm hearing though, it was a pretty good show. Yeah. I love something so much. I cover it in baby oil and I roll around with it on the bed. There, get that image out of your head. There's no getting that image out of your head ever again. That's not going to happen. Yeah. So the white's a lighter draw than the green. I'm not entirely sure, Mike. Honestly, I can't remember the green well enough. But yeah, I really can't remember. Not for the life of me. Yeah, I got some things to show you. A couple of things that I picked up from Omega Slings. So we got the full collection. We got Mr. Benji from the Sling Den. Got a giant tangled mess here. Let's see if we can clean this up. We got Leighton Straws and Caddies. Taking Shots. Chuck and Steel. Man, I love this one. T-Rex slings. Got Mikey Paul. We got double D's. I also have an ATO one somewhere, but I think it's in my bedroom. Or maybe I'm lying to you and I have it right. Nope, I don't. Yeah, it's in my room. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. I've got some ideas, but we also got this this little Omega bottle cap. I kind of want to put a little hole in this thing and hang it and use it as a target, but I also don't want to smash it up. I love the Omega logo. It's so cool. And where did my stickers go? We got some cool stickers too. Check this out. I also got one of these cool wristbands, but I tried it on and my hand turned as black as the band and almost fell off. So here, I'll show you. Yeah, just to give you an idea. It's pretty snug. I was trying to get it over my hand and I punched myself in the face before, so we'll come on, you. Yeah. So it's on there. It's on there. A little snug. Pretty cool though. There we go. So check these out. We've got the balls of steel sticker. I've got the Wendigo. This badass. Mine falls off. That's crazy. Yeah, mine don't. That's for sure. Here we go. Aries. Actually, I think I have an Aries on my water bottle. Yeah, I got one already. Got one on my water bottle already. We've got Addicted, and I believe I got that one on my water bottle too. Yeah, this one's a little bigger though. Got that on my water bottle. And we got the Medusa. Now, I don't want to get all weird on you, but if that's not the sexiest ghoul you've ever seen, I don't know what to say. But damn. Yep, we got to put the Medusa on here. And then speaking of my Medusa, where did I put it? Oh, I got it right here. My Medusa all dolled up, ready to go. This thing's sweet. Oh, you remember I was telling you guys I was looking all over for my copper Aries? This is my I think this was the first one I ever made, but it was such a disaster. I mean, look at this. I nothing was straight on it. Everything was kind of a mess, but it came out kind of cool. Carbon fiber copper inlay. I've got a red liner. Actually, it's kind of oxidizing a little bit, but if you could see up here, I've got a red liner, a copper strip, another red liner, and then the copper in the front. And I made the clips out of copper too. This thing, it actually holds really, really well, and being nice and thin like that, I think I'm going to get this thing out shooting again pretty soon. But I was pleased how this one came out. But I think if I attempted this today, it would be much, much better. Yeah, I'm going to find a spot for Miss Medusa here. Maybe right here. Maybe that'll work. Hey, what's up, Sling Addiction? How you doing, bro? Mark, would you recommend the electric white 0.5 or 0.6 for hunting 8mm steel? Oh, well, it depends on how you like to set things up. If you like to max out your bands for 8mm steel, I would go with the 0.5, just because it keeps the light. It'll keep the to draw weight down. That said, I've been shooting the 0.6 in wintertime, and I don't need to max them out. I can actually shorten them up a little, lengthen them up a little bit, so it drops the weight down. For hunting, then, I would say go with 0.6. Oh, if you got a 27-inch draw, then definitely go for the 0.6. But you'll be shooting heat with those things, man. I'm telling you. Thanks, Tori. Yeah, you'll definitely be shooting heat. So we got some cool stickers on here. We got the Hillbilly Slings and Wares. We got the Squirrel Giving You the Bird. We got Aries, my boy Squatch, Omega Slings. That's the only non slingshot sticker I got on here. That's my Spyderco. I absolutely love those knives. And we got Medusa set up on there. I'm running out of space though. Yeah, I think you're gonna like them. They got plenty of zip on there. I use 0.6 green, cut 16 to 10. Oh yeah, you're a long draw shooter, eh? 8mm beans. And squirrels don't know what hit them. I bet. You're just delivering sleeping pills at that point. You'll need to make space when you pick up your package. Ooh, buddy. That's sweet. Hopefully I don't get shafted for shipping to the UK. Yeah. That's the biggest problem is the shipping going back and forth. I should actually set up a set on this one. This is actually my son, when he was just a young little guy, decided to make his own YouTube channel. He was going to make his own slingshot channel, and he made one video, and it was him making this slingshot out of a natty, and he went outside and he was shooting great with it. I'm hoping we can get him back in there. If he's shooting, he wants to shoot natties. That's his thing. He has a fetish for tree forks. I guess we'll call it that. But let's see if we can get him a new band set on here. Something, I don't know what it was that touched this band set, but look at this. It's just melting onto the fork. Really weird. And I think, if I remember correctly, this is old GZK green. 0.5, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. I also be late as usual. What's up, John? I was out shooting slingshots and I was supposed to have an excuse for being late. Yeah, I was gonna go out and shoot a little bit today too, but it's like minus 20 with the wind chill, so fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that. How's the job? Yeah, listen to this, man. So he went there for the interview. He was supposed to be good. Everything was supposed to be good. By the time he got there, they told him that it's only gonna be like an on-call thing. So he's like, fuck, what good is that gonna what good is that gonna be? You know, like it doesn't make sense. So he just said thank you and left. And in the same day, he ended up getting a call from one of his buddies about getting a job at a pizza place out in St. Lazare. And he went and had his interview there. He showed up there, had a little talk with them at this pizza place, and they said, "Okay, we'll set you up." And yeah, turned out great. He got the job, and everything was good to go. He got the job, so he had his can't remember what day it was. I think it was Tuesday. Man, the week flew by last week. On Tuesday, he ended up having come on, Mark, use your words. You can get them. He ended up having a training. He ended up having a training, and sure enough, they basically said, "Yep, we're going to need you here So come on, forget about your training on Thursday. Come on Sunday for your shift. So he's working tonight. Everything kind of worked out in the end. So instead of working at the farm, he's gonna be working at a pizza joint. The lady still may call him to work on the farm, but I think he's just gonna respectfully decline and call it done. What did we use on this? I don't think we used anything at all. I think this was just a. I think this was just a. Oh, we might have put wax on it. It might have been waxed. This one. Yeah, I think he just waxed this one. He used beeswax on it, and I think that's probably the issue. Maybe the beeswax is starting to break down the rubber after some time. Does it have sausage? Yeah. No, he's actually in there making fries and pizza and stuff. I think he's working in the kitchen. He's not the sexy delivery boy. Yeah. Yeah. That old Jeezy kid would break down for no reason. All that stuff was fast, but man, it was garbage. Oh, no joke, dude. And you know what? It sucks because GZK too. He's another one of those guys that I absolutely love, and I don't like talking. I don't like talking shit about his stuff. But for the longest time, GZK Green was the fastest bands I've ever tested. To date, they're still number two. Fastest bands I've ever tested. But I used to get random breaks. Sometimes they would last 300 shots. Sometimes they would last 50 shots. I could not get them to work. And I know Chris Graffin was using them, and Chris had said that there was a change in the recipe or something. And when I did the elongation test, the first GZK that I had was a 5.5 elongation. The second elongation that I had from them was a 7, both on 0.5 bands. There's something off there. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe something changed. I don't know. But for overall, I still preferred the GZK Orange. The orange bands I found were almost as fast. I was getting like 315 feet per second with those, and I was getting better life with them. And the draw weight wasn't as heavy. But my goodness, the random breaks that I got with those were crazy. But I think out of all the bands that I've ever tried, the only one that kind of scared me was the Gongchi Green. Believe it or not, they recommended on the website for a elongation of 0.4, or sorry, of 4, which was okay, but you didn't get any good speed out of it, which was a problem. So I ended up just trying to see what the max elongation was of it, and it was something like 6 or I think it was 6 or 6.5. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I maxed out a band set of 0.65 Gongchi Green. And I got like 4 shots of it, and the one actually it's on my YouTube channel somewhere. I was shooting them, and it snapped off, hit me right in the face from the fork, popped me a good one right in the mouth. I was really not happy. And anyway, I ended up testing, buying a second roll. I thought maybe I just gotten a bad batch, and I tried it again, and still had the same problem. So I called it. There's no more Gongchi Green with me. The Gongchi White though, my God, that band, those bands are freaking fantastic. There we go. I'll have to show Logan when he gets home that he's got a new band set on his little fork that he did, and this time it's got Omega White on it, so they should last. If the wax is causing it any kind of issue, those are holding pretty good. Yeah, if the wax are causing them any kind of issue, I'll get it kind of steamed up and it'll clean off all that shit. But this little fella, it actually holds really nice. It holds nice, feels good. Yep. Just those tips being around, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but they're pretty cool. I would watch his channel. He loves natties. You know, I tried to get him to get into it. He did his thing, and he did a little video. I think I posted it on my Facebook quite a while back, but he I was going through my my YouTube feed, and it got suggested to me at one point. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And anyway, I checked it out, and I'm like, oh man, I remember we filmed this video, and he edited it all himself. He did everything. It was really cool. There we go. Got the Aries fixed up. Tim, if you're in the chat here, Tim, thank you very much for sending me these clips. They're freaking awesome. I just got to do a little bit of sanding on them to get them to fit everything perfectly, but they're pretty damn close. I might even just leave them like this. No real big deal to file them down or anything. I don't really care if they look pretty as long as they hold. I'm good. Yep. Freaking love the Aries. What's up, Bozo? What's happening? That's some ordered 30 pound for a roll. Holy moly. Don't know what that is in dollars. 30 pounds. Woo. Oh, in US dollars? It's probably pretty close. US dollars and pounds, I think they're pretty close. We're just chilling, bud. We're just chilling. I got a late start this morning. I was all beat up from ice fishing yesterday. Had a bit of a headache and kind of didn't drink enough water and got a little bit woozy. So got a bit of a headache when I woke up this morning. Got a little bit of water into me, and I'm feeling a little bit better now. Yeah, I've got two of these bad boys in me, or just about two of them. I've got a little bit left in there, but yeah, we're feeling a little bit better now. 17 pounds shipping to the UK, so that's like $19. I'm sure these are. I'm sure if these are bad, I'm coming for you, Mark. Oh man. Wake up to a headache every morning that she leaves. Yeah, no joke. How's everything going at work? Everything's going, man. Everything's going. Yeah, we're making changes. Things are flying around all over the place. We got a new plant manager again, and anyway, we're kind of doing our thing. Trying to do our thing, trying to stay sane, trying to make a buck, trying to make our buck last. That's the rough thing, man. Yeah, coming into the end of the year last year and the beginning of this year has been so hard, man. Like fuck, the oven blowing up and the stove breaking, then buying a little heat cooking plate, and then the oven blowing up. Hey, what's up, Coin? And then having the leak in the kitchen, going down to fix that, cutting a big hole in the ceiling, and then got that figured out. And then a couple days later, everything's supposed to be good. We're gonna go out and do some ice fishing with my son. Go and check it out, and we're just about to leave, and boom, calls me downstairs. Hot water tank blew up. It's like fuck, man. One more kick in the nuts, and ATO's gonna go fucking postal. But yeah, got the hot water tank fixed, so now everything's kind of smoothing out. It seems. I've got a little bit of catching up to do before I can start spending any money. But yeah, we got some catching up to do. It was a rough finish to 2024, start of 2025. Really rough, unfortunately. But that's always kind of been my life. It's always been it's fucking personal. It seems that whatever will go, it's that Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. It seems to be like that sometimes. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm hoping that kind of shit will turn around and just stop, so I can get back to living normal life. shit. Speak of the Gongchi green. I got some on here. On this GZK Sideways in the Beetlejuice shirt. Yeah. I gotta find a new home for this thing. I know it's a nice. Is this thing gonna fucking kill me, or these bands have been on here for a long time and they actually feel pretty good. How you doing, coin worker? Yeah, I don't even think you can get this frame anymore. This is probably a collector's item at this point. This was a co-design between GZK and Nick Hagerty. It's a pretty cool frame. Yeah, named after Alex Murphy. It might have been. 2 blown up cars and 2 car payments to start 2025. I feel yeah. Fuck, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. My wife too had to have her car put in. She was hearing this funny noise in the front wheel. Turns out it was a wheel bearing that she'd been driving on that was in bad shape for the longest time. I had told her, like, hey, you got to get that thing in there, man. There's something wrong. There's something bad wrong. Yeah, shit happens, man. Yeah, shit happens. It just happens too often to me, unfortunately. It was time for a fucking break, man. I need a little bit of smoothness for a little while and see how things go. Then things were getting so expensive here. Like, I don't know if, for those of you who follow me on Facebook, I've been posting some of my grocery prices the last little while, how much it fucking costs here for food. It's just like, man, you end up getting your paycheck, and I've got a good paying job. You get your paycheck and you start looking at shit and nothing adds up. You're still like, fuck, I can't pay this, can't pay that. The kid wants to do his driving lessons and all this stuff, and it just keeps on fucking piling up. It's just rough, man. I should have brought this one out with me. That would have been great out in the field yesterday. This would have been great. It's a nice washed flipper, but high visibility. Out on the ice, this would pop like crazy. All right, let's get a... Where'd that one go? I got one here. Cut that thing off. Maybe we'll set up a... Oop, there we go. Get rid of that. Is this that... Oh, it is. I'm not throwing this up. This is good stuff. This paracord here, just to show you guys. You see inside, this is like they call it like a survival paracord. It's actually 9 strand inside. And that little red one that's in there, it's got a fishing line, a yellow fishing line in there. Oh, see if you can get it to pop up. There we go. That's a little bit better. There's a little yellow strand in there, and there's a red strand in there. The red strand is a wax cord that's used for fire lighting, and the yellow strand in there is actually a fishing line. And then it's got the same 7 strands that are in there. It's a yellow fishing braid. It's got the same 7 strands that are in there, plus this thing. And actually, hold on a second, is Hillbilly. I'm almost ready for a sheath on this guy. What information do you need so I could send it off to you so we can get a nice little sheath on here? Something that I could use as a neck knife and a belt carry. I would like to get this little guy wrapped up because it's actually one of my favorite knives. It fits my hand like an absolute beast. And this steel that it's made out of is a freaking monster, but I don't want to send it to the US and have it come back or have it get taken by customs because this knife means a lot to me. So we could talk about this in private later if you want, just to figure it out. But just let me know what information you need to get a proper sheath set up for this bad boy. Length overall, blade length, handle diameters. Gotcha. Gotcha. Because this little sheath that I made for it's kind of like I put in a wooden core and everything. See that? I put in a wooden core. I carved it out. It works. It's just so fucking ugly. I need something that'll be a little bit nicer, something better, so I'm not embarrassed to walk around with this thing. But I mean, it's got bird's eye maple handle on there. I made a little brass bolster for it. It's the first one I've ever made, so it's not perfect, but it'll do. I should probably get that cleaned up a little bit though, polished up. It'll look much better. And this knife is just something else. Something else. There we go. Mark, I have GZK Sideways. I like it. Just struggling when I draw back to see the dimps. Yeah, I know. You know, maybe the dips aren't deep enough. I don't know. For me, I don't even see the dimps. It's like they're not really there. I think probably. I know it's made out of titanium, and it would be a little bit rough to probably grind that out, but you could probably just take a file and lightly sand it off, and then kind of hit that corner off to knock off any burr. That might be the way to go. But there was another one too. I also have the I've got this guy, the GZK. Which one's this called again? The Hammer Pro. This one, I can see the dimp a little bit better on it, but I find that if I line up straight with it, aiming down the bands perfectly straight, I always hook to the left. If I cock it back like this and I'm pulling crooked, I shoot perfectly straight, and I can kick some ass with it. But I don't know. I have problems with that one. And I also have the OTT version somewhere. I don't know where I've put it, but I have the OTT version of it now too. I will be back in a bit. Got to finish shoveling my roof. Oh no. Stay safe, bro. Yeah. So I've got to figure out something with all these guys. I had big plans this year with my Christmas bonus that we were going to be getting from work. I wanted to redo this room a little bit. I wanted to get up some of that faux brick stuff up along the wall, get some nice shelves up there, and start hanging up some slingshots on the back wall. I've got a thing to hang on the door in the back to hold some slingshots, but I wanted to get all those done, set up a bunch of slingshots along the wall, like my wall of fame, get those set up on the wall, then have a couple things. But anyway, everything fell through, and then the whole year turned into a shit show. So it was like, oh well, I guess we'll have to put that on hold until next year, and hopefully things will be a little bit better by next year. But I wanted to get all my my dog tags set up on there, and anyway, didn't seem to work out. But here's another one I should probably do. I should put a regular band set on this guy too. I really like this frame. And let me tell you, Andre, sometimes from Prime Fork, he comes out with these frames and he finishes them up, and his fit and finish, like on this one, his fit and finish on this one is some of the best I've ever seen. And it's crazy. I don't know how people are doing it, to be honest. But he's got it nice and rounded out on the sides here. And then he goes slightly different, and then it just squares up nice with just a very slight cut in the clips. But the fit and finish on this thing, like, listen. It's all one piece. Like, you don't feel any transitions at all. He did such a good job on this frame. Can I make you a mod? Maybe someday. Stick around for a little bit, bro, and we'll talk. Yeah, it's called the Vector, this guy. And he did a freaking amazing job on it. It reminds me of the Incredible Hulk. I love this thing. Do I still have the Prime 4 Beagle version 2? Yes, I do. Let me show it to you. If I can find it. I'm not entirely sure I know where I put it. I've got so many slingshots all over the freaking place. Might be in this side. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I've got the version 2 right here. And sadly, it's got chicken pox, or it had one. One little ding on it. But version 2. ATO, can you make me a sandwich? Maybe I could, Paul. I don't know. I got talents, bro. Is that a guitar behind me? Yeah, it is. I used to play way back in the day. This is a version 2 of the Beagle from Prime 4 Catapults. Do I play? I used to way back. I probably haven't picked up a guitar in about 10 years. So I tried picking it up not too long ago. And I don't know. It didn't go well. It was pretty bad. Yeah. It's like pretty much day one again, unfortunately. So yeah. Hey, Bam Bam, what's happening, bro? My Avros are just as good as Prime 4. I don't know about that, but I think they're not so bad. I was looking at them the other day, and I know I was talking to Leon a while back, saying that I'm not really entirely sure what I think about the about my quality. I just want to make sure they're trying them nice and all that stuff, that I didn't feel good about selling them outright. I'm very hard on myself about things that I make. So when I'm making things, I get very hard on myself. I want it to be perfect, or I'm not happy, unfortunately. And anyway, I think I gotta learn to take it easy on myself a little bit when it comes to those things. And it would be pretty cool if I can get some more of these Avros out there. It's more of a stupid confidence thing with me, I guess. But I don't know. If I can get some more Avros out the door and have some more time to really dig in on them, we'll see how it goes. But I think the Avro's a pretty damn good slingshot. I think I should stop being such a bitch about it. And that's that. Yeah. But that is a problem with me whenever I'm doing things, whether it's work or anything. I need it to be like 100%, and that's part of my issue. I'll give you some honest feedback. Yeah. The green one's gone, Hillbilly, but I will be making more. And anyway, we'll talk. I got something for you. We'll talk. I owe you one anyway. That Leon's got one. That I got these really cool materials for, and man, it was hard to let that one go. Let me tell you, it was so freaking nice. It's kind of like a Damascus. Well, I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's kind of like a Damascus I don't know what you call it, like a Damascus G10, but with the lime green in the background. And man, it's so freaking sexy. Yeah, that one was going to be a one of. It may wind up being a two of, but the other person who's going to own that one is going to be me. So whenever I get a chance and have some extra cash, I'll put in an order and see what's going on. Sadly, I can't say Mark, but happy you're feeling better. Hey, thanks, buddy. Yeah, it was nothing serious, man. It was just a little bit of dehydration from pushing a little bit too hard out on the ice. I should have been more aware of it, but I was having such a good time. I kind of forgot to make sure that I was hydrated. No big deal. I'm fine now. I'm feeling pretty good. I've got more than enough water in me to to be back in shape. So here we are. Leon has one of everything. Yeah, far from it, he says. I don't know. He might not be that wrong, though, Leon. You've got a pretty damn good collection of slings. Ah, fuck. Let's try that again. Get this guy back on here. Earth Tone, Zodi Green, Coyote, you know my deal. Don't worry. I've got some more of that green, bud. I got some more of that green, and I got some Bison Brown. If you're interested in that. Anyway, when the time comes, Hillbilly, we're gonna chat. I've got three other frames I got to finish up first. I got three frames I got to finish up, which I have ready to go. One of them is similar to the Avro that I shoot. It's the red one. It's a red with black liners. It's one of the premium ones, so it will be coming with some lanyards and stuff from Leon. And I've got two other ones that are carbon fiber and white. So it's twill carbon fiber and white G10. So that will be available soonish. I got to finish those up. Then what else do we got? Then I've got two frames that I got to work on. One of them is for Chuck and Steel, and one of them is for Mikey. They sent me some cores that I got to get set up for. And then after that, I'm gonna be pumping them out. I got a whole bunch of stuff all lined up, ready to go. Got a whole bunch of materials in that should be ready to rock and roll. And on Tuesday, all the remaining slingshots that I have to be sent out will be sent out. But that last little kicker at the end of the year just totally destroyed me. So we'll get all those things squared away on Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest, and then I'll be open and ready to go. So, and I have another one too, actually, that I'm going to be sending out to somebody. I just got to finish that one up. That one's just in the sanding process, pretty much ready to go. I'll have a black one to match my soul. Oh, Paul. There we go. Yellow Hemp, what's going on, bro? Yeah, so we got the last two. There we go. Now we're good and set up. This will go nice in the what do you call that thing? Spin trap. That'll lock in there pretty good. Nice high vis. I think it's a 50 or 60. What do you think? Yeah, it's 60. 60 millimeter. Whew. Yeah, so all of you who was checking in on me this morning to make sure that I wasn't dead, thanks a lot. Means a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy too. This is my GZK Crazy Power Mini no tie version, and I think GZK was getting pissed off because every time I show this frame, Every time I show this frame, people are asking him, "Hey, can you make these?" ATO had them, and he's like, man, he's just like, he'll run a short batch, a bunch of people will buy them, and then they disappear. So I think what I'll do with this one is I'm just gonna wrap and tuck a set on here. We'll call it good. Let's actually these bands might still be good on here. Yeah, I freaking loved it. Out of all the TTF frames I have, this one's never ever going anywhere. I love this one. And it sucks that people didn't bite on it because I'm telling you, this thing is freaking badass. It's a great frame. And I wish you'd bring it back. But the Crazy Power Mini for TTF, this is one of the best out there, my opinion. You want a glitter Avro? You know, Paul, if I could find one, I would. If I could find glitter material, I'd make one for you. Good glitter Avro. Yeah, there's so many. I gotta start shopping around and see if I can find some other places to buy some stuff, because I'm looking at some of these materials like Uncle Dean and the gang over at Layton's. Some of those frames that they're building, man, it just makes me want to quit making slingshots. Like, fuck, those things are beautiful, man. Like, I can't wrap my head around how perfect they are and how they do it. I don't get it. I know there's some things on there that I mean, I've got some figuring it out. I'm pretty new to the game, right? But my goodness, like, wow, the Aries that they made with all that cool materials, like, where do you even find that stuff? I don't know. I have no idea where to find that stuff, but man, is it nice. Oh, I got some. Different strokes for different folks. I personally love natties because they are not perfect. Yeah, you know what? I agree, but I really like the craftsmanship of it. You know, like when you're able to bang out something so like flawless, it's just like, wow. You know. Oh, I love that part of it too. That's why I've got so many. I've got so many of Hillbilly's frames. You know, he's just a freaking legend. Freaking legend. Does great work. Hey, take care, Coin. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Appreciate you, man. Now here's another one from Andrew that he did that it's like absolutely perfect. There's nothing on it. There's nothing on it. Like it's bang on. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't know how he does it. Yeah. Just amazing. And I love this slingshot. This slingshot's something else. And the thing I like about it is did I put it away? Oh, here it is. See the difference between the version 2 and the version 1? The handle on this, I wish I had my version 1 here, but it's in my bedroom. The version 1 and the version 2, between the Spitfire and the Beagle, they're very, very similar slingshots. See? They're very similar. But the cup is different and more shallow on the Spitfire. It comes farther down on the handle, so your hand is actually closer up to the fork tip, which is where I like it. Now, when you get closer up to the fork tip, it does a lot of things that are good. It reduces recoil, all that stuff. It makes a big difference. And in my case, it also helps me with my aiming reference, which is pretty good. If I make a perfect frame, I'm closing up shop. Yeah. But, you know, I see some of these guys. They're selling their frames for really, really expensive, and people get kind of pissy with them sometimes. But when I see things come out like this, you know, and if he's going to charge 180 USD or whatever he's charging for them now, I've got no complaint with that. I mean, you're getting something freaking fancy, and I don't know if I have the skill to do that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where I go. I find with my Carta, I think I was having a little bit of trouble finding a way to get it to sand properly. When I was sanding my Carta, I was trying to wet sand it in the beginning, like I do with the G10, and I find it's much better to dry sand it first, almost all the way, and then just wet it to see if any kind of fibers poke out before you go change over to the next stage. But I had much better results, I guess, dry sanding my Carta than I did wet sanding it. So I think that's probably the direction I'm going to go a little bit later and see. Yep. There's a bunch of these frames, actually, I don't shoot anymore. I should probably kind of thin out the herd a little bit and see if anybody's interested in picking up some of these, and I can send them their way. But the difference in the difference, oh man, as I'm going forward and building these things, I'm kind of learning a lot on how different materials like to be worked and sanded and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. And I've got anyway, once I get these last three out, I'll try to finish up those other three and get things rocking and rolling, because I've got these cores. I've got a Spitfire to do, and I've got another one. If I can just freaking find it here. Yeah, here it is. I got my Aries to do, both in copper. I want to bang out a couple of these. One of these for Chuck and one of these for Mikey. Get them all dolled up and get those out. And then I've had these for quite a while. I just haven't been able to get to them. And I told them that I was going to get to them when I could. But I got the materials in, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. There's just, I'll adopt any beagle. Yeah. Yeah, I love my beagle. The beagle that I have is it's black and yellow. It's really nice. Red Hulk, Green Hulk. I'm new here. What coins are these? Oh, the coin that we're talking about is Coin Worker, and he is the his channel name is the Coin Worker, but he is the king of shit talking. If you're looking for one, yeah. HillbillySlings.com is coming hopefully this week too. Oh, page is done. Just waiting on the server to get my domain. Oh, wow. That's so cool, Hillbilly. Make sure when you go live, as soon as you go live, let me know. And I'm going to put something together for you, bud. Get the word out if we can. If you're interested in that, we'll get the word out, and we'll see if we can generate some traffic towards you. I'll share it everywhere and get that thing rocking and rolling. Oh, that's so cool, man! Congratulations. That's a big step. Are you going to be selling directly off your site, and you're just going to be posting things up saying like, "Hey, this is what I got going," type thing, and doing it like that? Going live 6 or 7ish. Very cool, Leon. I'll definitely check you out if I'm able to make it. Kind of debating if I should even bother finishing this one up. This was a prototype, just kind of well, I'm pretty stupid and you don't understand anything being said, but you seem a good dude. God bless. Oh, you're not pretty stupid. It's just that we're out here talking about slingshots, man. And Coin Worker is one of our people in our community that likes to shoot slingshots as well, but he's a funny guy. He he's the comic relief, like we call it. He pops in and out from time to time, and he talks some trash, and we have some fun. That's all. You're not stupid at all. I'm not saying that. You just didn't know what was going on here, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking I might give this an attempt and finish it off. I mean, there's a lot of things on here. This was just a proof of concept, this one. That's why everything's all out of whack and not straight and kind of disastrous. But it holds pretty nice. It holds pretty nice. I might just keep this one and just hang it up on the wall, leave it as is. But I did get out and do some shooting with it, and you'll be hard pressed to find a sharper corner to shoot off than this one. The Blue Bastard is the I Need One. Or that one. Yeah. Yeah, the Blue Bastard, I actually, to get a proper template going, I got some of this paper here. And I'm going to try to draw it out perfect, get a proper template, cut this one out, and then stick it to some acrylic, which I also bought. And I'll cut out the templates on those because the Blue Bastard's a really nice frame too. Is this a slingshot? Yes, sir. Where'd I put it? This is actually this was just actually a prototype of a slingshot that I designed. Do I have one handy here? Here's one. There's that one. I got another one. It's called the ATO Avro. This one's going to be going out to a buddy of mine probably Tuesday, if nothing else happens to me this week, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that'll be going up. I'm Indian. I've only seen the ones in tribals in my village. Probably they just use something similar to this, just like a little tree fork dolled up with some elastic. But you can shoot with these really, really great. This is another, where'd it go? Right here. This is a natty that I built out of a tree fork that I picked up in the forest. Yeah, you can be very, very accurate with these things. I've got a couple of tree forks that are ready to go for some frames. I just got to figure out what I want to do with it, how I want to hold it, what shape it's going to be. I don't quite know yet, but once I've figured out what the width is going to be and how it's going to hold, it's going to be pretty nice. I got a few of these guys lying around. This one's probably a little bit too small, but I might give it to my son and he can make a frame out of it if he wants. But this beach, rock solid stuff, and it'll make some nice natties. Anyway, folks, I think this is going to be a short one. I'm going to wrap this one up. We're going to get the same, but they'd use two separate sticks. Put a stone in between them and wrap them with this tire. Oh, yeah. Okay. Costs like 10 rupees. Oh, interesting. Yep, I think I'm going to wrap this one up, fellas. We're going to get back to... I got some stuff I got to do around the house. So I'll catch you all later. I'll see if the weather's half decent this week. I'll try to get out and do a little live shoot. We can have a little shoot and chat. And that'll be that. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. For those of you who checked in on me to make sure I wasn't dead, thank you also. You guys take care. Stay safe. Get on practice. Be good to each other. I will see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. Bye for now.